Twitter. There are lots and lots of ways for you to be part of this.
Digamba Dopat says, Hitman Rohit's playing well today. Yes, he does. Asad Hamid says 325. Malik Awais Mahera says India 338.
With Imad having gone through his 10 overs, we need an enforced change in the bowling, and it's this person.
Hassan Ali Doobie-Doo. Hassan Ali Doobie-Doo. Hassan Ali Doobie-Doo. Hassan Ali Doobie-Doo.
That actually might be my favourite jingle. And he's come in short of a length, and Rohit has carved that ball away over extra cover, and it plugs like one of my golf balls in a bunker, but is just able to dribble its way slowly and surely and reaches eventually the ball.
Suresh Raina. Suresh Raina. Yay!
We
got
have
the thumbs up.
We've got a winner. We've got a winner.
From Jules.
Was that for the washing machine and for the cuddly toy? Was that?
Here's what you could have won.
Here's what. Take it back, boys. Take
and
it
a small boat for a man living in Birmingham.
Absolutely. In for the second ball of the over, and he attempted to scoop, and he's gone. Rohit nowhere near timing that properly, aiming to try and maybe push the accelerator. A mistimed scoop shot, and Rohit Sharma, there will be no 200, there will be no 160, there will be no 150. He's out for 140, and India are now 2-3-4 for 2. And to put it mildly, he looks well irked.
He looks a bit brassed off, yes.
Cheesed.
What was quite nice is when that sort of slightly rocky jingle was being played was just pictures of Sharma just looking damn angry at the shot he's just played, which was quite to watch.
I don't know. I mean, are there reinforced windows inside the dressing rooms?
We don't have another Matt Pryor incident of like glass flying everywhere.
That was, you don't want to be the first person who talks to him after that. You don't want to turn around and go,
talk me through that shot.
Yeah, nice knock, mate. Nice knock. It's just like, just go outside, work out your anger.
Very well done, Kunal Talani. Anyway, who got Suresh Raina. Waterboard JA says India is showing everybody they are true cup contenders. Too bad for those aspiring top four. Matt Searle says Yuvraj Singh. No, we've already established, but you weren't to know that it's Suresh Raina. Gumbly hit a century on his 21st birthday against England to become the youngest Indian ODI centurion. Not sure if he still is. Do we know the answer to that one?
We've got our new batsman in, who takes his guard and also takes strike for the first ball of his innings. It's just short of a length, and Hardik Pandya is able to just block the ball out to mid-on, and there is no run. Let us have...
Breaking news. Hardik Pandya.
Oh, and I think what we're going to find is I don't think he was he quite ready? Oh no, just there seemed to be a fascinating shot of nothing there, and Pandya is able to cut that ball away. And
what a stop!
Fantastic diving stop there at the deep cover boundary. It looked 4 for all money, and 2 runs saved by the despairing dive of that man in green.
Sheikh Mohammad Sultan says saying 510 person is going to send his family to help India make this. Which would be cool. We don't know anything about his family though.
Yeah, I don't know that.
I mean, if it's his 98-year-old grandmother and 2 3-year-olds, that's probably 2 3-year-old great grandchildren. It's not going to help much.
The run in between the wickets with that in that case might be a bit.
We shall see how it goes.
Hassan in for the next ball of the over, and it's able to be worked away onto the leg side off his hip by Pandya, and good running between the wickets between Kohli and Pandya, and dropped bat I think by Pandya, but safely, comfortably in. Another 2 runs able to be taken. Pandya moves on to 4 off 3 balls, and there is a quite undignified just chuck of the bat back to Pandya. I know if somebody had done that to me, I would have absolutely brained myself with that. For the last ball of his 6th over, a successful over by any stretch of the imagination. A despairing flail of a cut by Pandya, but it is through in too quickly. No outside edge Pandya reflects on his life choices. India are 2-3-8 for 2, and Pandya immediately is signalling either that he's 46 runs short of his 50, or he'd like a new bat. I like that. This bat's broken.
Is that the one he flailed and missed with?
Yeah,
now?
It's just
it doesn't flail at air quite efficiently enough.
It's this bat, you see. It doesn't hit the ball properly.
Nestle Boy has sent us or retweeted. Nestle Boy, author of the famous book 201 Things to Do with Toast, has sent us a wonderful picture of the man arriving on the white horse. It's not only just a white horse, it is a white horse. It's a beautiful old white Shire horse with those wonderful big kind of hairy legs.
My first thought was to the man in the Old Spice commercial. I'm on a horse.
Oh, yes. Leah says, wicket! Absolutely.
Indeed. Shadab
Tula Dalawaz gets Joy Pereira. Oh.
Shadab in, and Kohli punches that ball through mid-wicket. Through there was a fielder in close proximity. It'll be difficult. It'll be interesting to see on the replay about just how close that was to a catch. But Kohli pulls that first ball of this 39th or the 40th over away for 4 runs. There was a fielder in the vicinity, but he was really nowhere near it, and he carves the ball away onto the offside. Oh, a little bobble of a misfield there by the person on the deep point boundary, but Kohli's able to sprint through for 2 more runs, and he moves on to 36, just 14 more required for his Gorilla Bet of the Day 50 required. And Shadab, it turns and comes in again, and Kohli just dabs that ball, tries to beat the short third man fielder, unable to do so, unable to take a single to bring Pandya onto strike. Pandya has been brought up the order, is that right? Was he scheduled to come in at 5?
I don't believe he was, no.
Oh, maybe this was the plan all along.
No, Vijay Shankar was due in.
Yeah.
Pandya's been brought up from 7 ahead of Dhoni and Kedar Yadav and Vijay Shankar.
So India obviously feeling they need to push the accelerator, and he plays and misses at a ball that turns quite significantly. A bit of encouragement there for the Indian spinners a bit later on, but doesn't quite. Yeah, just a genuine play and miss to what seemed like a decent leg break there by Shadab.
Leah says, but well played Rohit apart from the last shot.
Well, yeah.
Khalid CZ says, is it time to take off the Pakistani shirt?
Things end badly, or else they wouldn't end. A full ball outside off stump, and Pandya just block, push, drive down the ground, and it's able to be fielded on the boundary, but a single able to be taken. This is the last ball of the 40th over, the last ball of my 10-over spell. I am sure that there will be reinforcements from the green room in absolutely no time whatsoever. Shadab comes into Kohli, and Kohli rocks back and punches that ball down the ground. Then there's a misfield, and there will definitely be 2 runs taken. Everyone was looking as if we were just going to stop. Smiles from everyone, and that's the end of my 10 overs, and there will be a quick word from our sponsors, and then there will be all change.
Bet your way with Gorilla Cricket. We partnered with Betway to bring you daily World Cup special offers, available only to Gorilla Cricket listeners. Sign up at betway.com/GC Radio. That's betway.com/GC Radio, and help keep the bear up to his neck in beers.
You get so terribly unruly without it. I mean, really unmanageable. Turns into a bit of a bear, really. And nobody wants that. Do you want that? No. I don't think so.
It's going to be Hassan Ali who is continuing. He's bowling to the promoted Hardik Pandya. Breaking news. That's a ball of full length, and Pandya has waited for that quite nicely, and the man stationed down at long on is Mohamed Amir, and he waits for the ball to come to him. So just a single taken. Yes, we have had a little shuffle around of our commentators. To my right, jingling for all he's worth, the wonderful guest from Perth. Perth obviously being in Australia, not Scotland, so I don't know when it's a Scottish accent, but there we go. None other than Messi Jazz. In comes Hassan Ali again. This was flicked off his toes by Virat Kohli, backward off square. and they will take another single. And to my left, a man with an Australian accent himself as well.
Hi,
Pralab.
Yep, Pralab here, the favourite tweeter, I would say, of our tweeters. I'm going to self-proclaim that.
You're the favourite tweeter of our tweeters?
Well, no, I'd said I'm the favourite breeder of the tweeters.
Right, okay, this is flicked away as well off his
no, just to replay that one.
Oh, there's just a replay, was it? I was going to say, I was
It'd be funny if you played the same shot, though.
In comes Hassan Ali. Oh, and a wild swing again by Pandya. So he changed his bat, I think in the last over, wasn't it, as he wafted at one outside of off stump, and immediately decided that the inability of that bat to connect with the ball, well, he got an edge to that. Actually, he did get an outside edge to that. And Sarfraz was just too far back, and it dropped just in front of his gloves. So Pandya has clearly been sent in, Messi, I think, with a licence to blast, would you say?
Yes,
As this is in and whipped away again, backward of square. They will take another single.
Well, it doesn't get much better than to go with 8 wickets in hand, does it?
Well, they are in good order, aren't they? 250 up. If they would go, if they could get up to 10 and over, then clearly that would get them to 350. I don't think they're going to do that.
I've got them at 365.
365.
I'd say they'll be 350 at least.
What have they been doing in the last 5 overs? Shall we have a look? Last 5 overs, 38 for 1 in the last 5 overs. What's that in terms of run rate? That was pushed again down to Mohammad Amir by Virat Kohli.
That's just over 7 and over.
That's just over 7, so they're going to have to go up a little bit on that.
But look who's to come.
Yep. Well, they've clearly Pandya, almost a pinch hitter role, coming in at second drop, which is definitely an elevation up the order, and that clearly spells a licence to free his arms. As we're enjoying a wonderful panoramic view of an absolutely rammed Old Trafford today. So rammed, in fact, that they've built extra capacity to the seating there just to make sure that they can try and fit as many people in as possible. So many people want to see this game. Hassan Ali's in, and Hardik Pandya held a little bit there and pushes away into the onside, and they will take 2. So the score moves on to 254 for 2. Virat Kohli. Well, we have him on one of our bets, don't we, for today? As one of our Gorilla bets of the day, we have him for a 50. He's got 41 out of 45 so far. Hardik Pandya has 9 from 10. And this time, Virat Kohli is forward to push it straight back to the bowler. Well, you've come the best part of, 12,000 miles from...
Something like that, yeah.
Perth and the very...
There's a direct flight now to London, isn't there?
Was it?
Oh, if you can afford it.
Western Australia, isn't it, Perth?
Western Australia, yes.
Absolutely. Well, we're delighted you have. We're very honoured to have you with us.
Well, I'm delighted to be here, I must say.
Pralab, where have you come from today?
Today from Ealing Broadway, the west, but originally from Melbourne. So I
to my right, Perth, and to my left, Ealing Broadway. As Wahab is in, and Kohli just eases us around back with a square. He'll take another single, so he'll move himself on to 47. His partner, Hardik Pandya, comparatively new to the crease and not yet really... timing it as I think he would want to, given the role he's been called upon to play. He is on 10. India, though, going nicely, but there is just a sense that it's not necessarily that straightforward to time.
It's interesting. There's been a number of games, particularly from Australia, but also from India and some others, where there's a sense of a number of runs being left out on the field because of a failure to really capitalise on strong positions. And, basically from the 35th over on, I would have expected there to be more aggression on the part of the Indians in this game.
Well, our friend the score predictor is now saying to us 342, so that's still up as to where it was at the start of the innings. It's the old story, isn't it? You never know until both sides are batted. You sense after the platform that they built that might just feel a tad light, but they have a phenomenal attack. India. Not only do they have the... Sorry, go on, Mrs.
Well, then again, the history so far in this World Cup of chases is not aggressive. In the order of 220-something was the highest successful chase thus far.
Well, Hassan Ali is going to be the new man in. So far he has 1 for 59 from his 7 overs. He's been quite expensive. He's been going at nearly 8.5 and over. He has a busy run, doesn't he, does Hassan Ali? This is just short and on-off stump, and Kohli just leans into this to push it away into the offside and take an easy single. run rate's currently at just about 6.2.
I'm wondering if Kohli is waiting to get his 50 before letting loose.
Well, I had a very interesting discussion this morning, actually, and I believe it might have been on another radio station, but there was a feeling yesterday. Who was the opener for Sri Lanka yesterday? Who raced to about
Pereira?
Pereira, yeah. Oh, that one's edged, very edged all the way back for 6 extraordinary runs by Hardik Pandya. So he has got himself a boundary.
It's a 6. It's beautiful.
Quick and keeps low.
It was very noticeable after he hit the 6 and then tried to repeat it abysmally. Kohli was straight up to him saying, just calm down a bit, you don't need to hit a 6 every ball.
Well, that's
and then he nearly did again.
Advice. Well, I think he's got one way of playing in his head. I mean, his answer to that was, thanks very much, Skip, but you've promoted me from 7 to 4. Why am I here if I'm not going to attempt to move things along? And in comes Hassan Ali Doobie-Doo again, and this one's short, and it's getting slightly spongy bounce, and it's pulled away by Pandya down to sort of a wide mid-on, or very deep, almost wide long-on. And they will take 2 more. It'll bring his captain, Virat Kohli, will be therefore facing the next over. 1 for 72, Hassan Ali, so he's been extremely expensive. What I did notice, Prav, in that over was the number of balls which, again, it seems to be sort of soft, spongy bounce and then keeping quite low. And I think one of the things that Pandya struggled with is where he's mistimed it. He's been through with his shot just that little bit too early, hasn't he? And that's been a consistent problem. You can just imagine in a game like this, he's probably, the adrenaline is pumping, he's fired up, and adjusting to a pitch that is actually one of the balls coming off just that
night. Apocalypse is always on the card, so maybe an early one. Martin White, Tesco, are they doing the catering over here?
We do have a change of bowling, by the way. It's going to be Mohammed Amir back into the attack, and he'll be bowling from the, well, you could call it the pavilion end, or you could call it the Jimmy Anderson end. He's coming left arm over the wicket, and up onto his toes goes Kohli. That'll net him 1. Are they going to come back for 2 and get his 50? Yes, he will. So that's the 50 up for Captain Kohli off nearly a runner ball. That's 51 balls, 276 for 2 India. Kohli raises his bat aloft.
They can't wait for the 51st to roll around.
And again, we're seeing that huge banked temporary stand that is just a sea of blue and green. And flags are aloft. Kohli will be facing Amir again, and Kohli's down to meet this, and he's absolutely crunched a perfect off drive for 4 more. But you know, the acceleration was needing to come,
and a delayed jingle for you.
Indeed. Well, he's been a little bit expensive. None for 24 off this over. It's been pretty economical up till then. This one's short and wide, and has Kohli reaching for it. It is to point. And there might be overthrows here. Are they going to take overthrows? It was a wild throw in, almost like didn't know which end he was going to throw, and ended up sort of throwing somewhere down the middle of the wicket. Enables Kohli to take a single, so he's moved on in very quick order to 55. His partner Hardik Pandya, who is just doing a little bit of remedial adjustment work to his gloves.
It's interesting. Apart from the appalling run-out mix-up, The Pakistan outfielding has been pretty good up until now, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it fall apart in the last 5 overs.
Well, the issue there was just literally no backing up. He was absolutely right to have a throw. There was just no one anticipating it, and that was poor. Mohamed Amir disguising the ball behind his hand. He's in now. That one again is short and wide of the off stump. Kohli's up onto his toes to cut this away through cover for 4. I thought there's something coming here. It's probably a slower ball. And if I can sit here in Sydenham, you rather think a man of Kohli's class. Well, now, admittedly, the cameras were kind enough to close in on it for us. As Amir is in again. This one is flicked uppishly over long on and straight to long on. It's Babar Azam, and it was a Hardik, in fact, and he has just chipped that straight down the throat of Babar Azam. Babar Azam just didn't have to move. It came straight to him. He got everything right. He didn't attempt one of those ridiculous hands up Aussie catch jobs. He got himself into the right position, bucket hands ready, and Pandya's cameo, which has been a bit hit and miss here and there. That was hit, but then out. He's gone. Apologies to Australian fielders. Take that. He had to take that. So maybe it wasn't a bad catch at all. But what is, without any doubt, he took it very safely indeed.
And 26 off 19, might have done more, but that's pretty good in the circumstances.
If you're promoted from number 7 to number 4 with limited overs left and wickets available, I think it's just go in there, son, and fill your boots.
Absolutely.
Have a smash. Rahul Kukreja, Gorilla Cricket, loving the commentary, driving since 1 hour and listening to you guys, just pure bliss. Thank you very much.
Pure bliss. Wow.
Merchant Engineer, probably one coming through a bit late, but Rohit and Virat, it's like watching Da Vinci paint.
Didn't he take about 3 years to paint the Sistine Chapel?
and then Leah.
That was Michelangelo, wasn't it?
Leah responds, James Vince paints. Didn't know that.
It's Mohamed Amir again, and this is just pushed away into the offside by Kohli. Take a single. The new batsman, of course, it's none other than Ding Ding Fairs Please, the arch finisher himself, MS Dhoni.
Come here.
Who we can't find, so we will do in a minute.
I do apologise. I'm still getting used to.
Count the runs scored in white and blue. Count the catches and the stumpage too. Don't will bring it home.
I would think if there's, it's rather melodic.
It is
very melodic jingle. If you're an Indian cricket fan, and if you were lucky enough to be at Old Trafford today, you must be in heaven right now, because you've got two of the gods really of Indian cricket. This one, Kohli is jabbed the bat down on that fairly quickly. It's pushed fully through by Hassan Ali, and Kohli, let's play it just in front of his pads. He will have got a single for it. But yeah, I suspect you will be thinking to yourself, well, I've now got MS Dhoni in what will almost certainly will be his last World Cup. I've got Virat Kohli. We've got masses of runs on the board. We've got a licence to free the arms and play some stroke plays, and look at the two who are in to do it. Hassan Ali is in. This is flicked off his pads again by Virat Kohli. There is no long leg. That'll be 4.
Now my innings going, great guns. I hit the ball, 4 runs. Hit the ball and it went for 4 runs.
This is the thing about Kohli, Pranav, isn't it? I mean, he can play the spectacular big show shots, but he can play the meat and potatoes, just nurdle it round the corner shots, because he's so aware of where that field is. Absolutely fantastic.
It looks so easy, doesn't it?
He does.
You don't see ugly shots coming from Kohli. They're all timing and placement.
They are 290 for 3. We are 2 balls into the 45th over, and that's 1,000 runs in ODIs for. No, it must be more than that. 10,000, is it? That one again, flicked magnificently to where there isn't a fine leg.
2 plus 2 is a